Good morning, it is day 128 and it's our last day here in South Korea before we head over to Japan. But we did try to get some breakfast down here, but yeah, they were a bit light, weren't they?
Well, they said that I think it was a bit too late in the service. There's half an hour left and we did have a look round and it was looking pretty sparse, to be honest. How much was it going to cost?
It was about £6 per person, 10,000.
So it probably would have been worth doing, I reckon, because it's raining outside and we need to pack and get going to the airport and decide how we're going to do it. I think bus maybe.
Yeah, bus, because it's only about £1, £2, where if you take a taxi it's about £35. But we still have cereal to eat and bread, so we're doing a poor person's breakfast this morning.
The rains have come and Seogwipo is getting soaked again, and I reckon this may last all day. It's not massively intense, so I reckon it can maintain. But anyway, headway has been made on the packing and it's time to do the Shinshin Hotel room review and hotel review. I think I'm going to pack it into one. The room, what did I think? Well, this hotel is a 4-star and it costs £32 a night, so I'm going to judge it accordingly. It's a small room and it was clean when we got here, but they haven't been in to clean it at all. They've dropped off waters and towels, which I think isn't great, especially if they're claiming to be a 4-star. We didn't actually mention anything. Maybe they would have come if we did. Should you have to mention anything? I don't think so. The bathroom is good. It's got a supercomputer toilet in there, which helped out. And I didn't like the fact that you have AC that's really, really strong, so it can be really cold. And then if you turn it off, it gets really hot in this room because it is a small room. So it was never very comfortable at night to sleep. But the room itself is comfortable. You get a little balcony. And I did enjoy the view of the eco park. I think this hotel is relatively well located, so you are kind of close to the central area, but if you wanted to be right near the tourist stuff at Cheongjong Falls, the marina, you could be 20 minutes down the road, because that's how long it takes to walk there. And we did it a couple of times and then we ended up getting taxis. The hotel, we didn't get to try the breakfast, so I don't know about that. It felt quite impersonal as a hotel. You didn't really get hellos like we have done in all the other hotels on our travels when you pass staff. They were helpful and friendly when you went and spoke to people at the desk, but it just felt a little bit more perhaps corporate and chain-like. Would I recommend it? I think it was okay. I think it was okay. Perhaps if I had maybe more budget, I would stay down nearer the marina just to save the walk. But other than that, I thought it was okay. Was it a 4-star? I would say I'm going to go 3.5. What did you think, Sarah?
Yeah, no, I agree. All the stuff that Tim said.
Okay, we concur.
We concur. So I've got my rain jacket on. We are leaving behind a few little items. Sorry, Mickey. See you later. And home number 36. The Shin Shin Shin. The Shin Shin Shin. We will see you later. Jeju Island, South Korea. Bye.
Struggling this morning with the Kakao app. It doesn't seem to be wanting to work. It's not as user friendly as the Grab app, and yeah, it's just not working this morning.
Doesn't like the rain either, but I have taken the opportunity to have a little look through the pamphlets with all the tours and things you can see around Jeju, and there is a wealth of things that I did not even know about. Apparently, it looks like there is a Lego museum / theme park, but it doesn't actually say Lego on it anywhere, so perhaps it's just the boldest of bold rip-offs. But it looks quite good though. Yeah, maybe another time. And we also have the Snoopy garden. There's obviously a little bit of a fond feeling towards Snoopy over here. Anyway, moving swiftly on, my personal favourite, the Little Prince Museum. Why is it my personal favourite? Well, it's because it comes with a backstory in English, so let's have a little read. This is the story of a grown-up meeting his inner child, embodied by the Little Prince. He left his rose there to discover the world. Before landing on Earth, he visited many planets and their inhabitants, where all grown-up incarnates humankind's most common vice. Yeah, it's you got to kind of work with me here. When a fox tell him that the eyes are blind and we are responsible forever for what you tame, the little prince go back home to meet again with his rose. So I am still a little bit confused as to what to expect if I went to the Little Prince Museum, but it's left me wondering and kind of wanting to go.
My taxi's here.
Oh, is it? Okay, cool. Oh, it's another iconic.
No, they've got into our taxi.
Okay, well, I'm sure they'll get kicked out now.
No.
Thieves.
Hey, thieves.
No, let's have a look. Is he going to do it? Is he going to realise? No, he is off. Going to have to go for the recall.
Might have to do it.
It's a competitive business. Oh, has he stopped?
Oh, he stopped.
There we go. He's not going to take her if it's all... Okay.
I might have to call another one. Damn you! It's coming down the road.
All right, let's go and stand boldly.
This time, got my guard up. Hello. Oh, can you pop the boot, please? Thank you. We're just going down the road, just up here. That's cool. That's cool. I didn't think he was going to stop at the bus stop. So in the bus stop, and we're going to get the 182 to the airport. All right, that's 182. So I love Google Translate. So I've just used it, and it does say it's going to take about 23 minutes before the bus arrives. And we're just checking. Well, I'm just trying to check if it's going in the right direction. And then, yeah, you can see the translation. You can use another app, which I've been using, which is called Rome to Rio. And then there you can see the bus stop. So you can track if you're going in the right direction. I can't focus. So trusted Google Translate. With here, this tells you how many minutes your bus will arrive. This tells you how many stops, and this tells you where your bus is and where you are right now. So waiting for the next page, 82, 13 minutes, 3 stops away, and this says Jeju Island. So I love apps, and I don't know what we would have done without using these apps, but this one is Rome to Rio, and if you put your location and where you want to go to, it gives you, if you look here, it gives you different options. So here, the bus that we're going to take here is 1 hour and 4 minutes, and it's about £2. There's a cheaper alternative that takes is £1, and it takes about 1 hour and 47 minutes, so a little bit longer. It gives you a taxi that takes you 14 minutes, the taxi we took down here, and it's roughly around £30. It tells you driving options and town car, so it's really great. And then if you click on it, it gives you the map and everything. So yeah, Rome to Rio is a good app. Our bus was stuck on 10 minutes for about 5 minutes, but I think it's on its way. Looking by the board, it says it's gone red, which hopefully it means it's en route. It's coming. Tim, put it in there maybe. Or do you want to bring it with us? I'll just keep it with us. Oh, put it in there. Oh, close it. Go. Go to the airport? Yeah.
Bus 182 has swiftly made it towards the mountainous section of this journey, where it twists and turns and rises and drops in elevation. My stomach wasn't great when we did the Cameron Highlands descent, and I am hoping the suspension on this bus is going to make it a firm ride. We will see though.
이번 정류장은 삼천단 한국폴리테크학
Right, we are off the bus, and that was rapid.
Yeah, he was. Maybe it's just that I drive really slow. Everyone seems to drive really fast. So it's the comparison. But I thought the suspension was really good. I wanted to actually check if that bus was made by Hyundai because it was solid and there was no roll at all. I felt absolutely fine.
Yeah, and it was so, like, he was so fast, and it has been raining the whole entire journey.
It was nice to see it in the daytime. You got to see the mountains and the forest, and there were lots of rivers running through that you could see. Yeah, it was cool. So I enjoyed that journey.
Yeah, and I think that cost us about £1, £2. I can't figure it out. And it was only about an hour. That was
It was,
rapid. That was
but
express.
I am going to say there was one thing I didn't enjoy. I was lying looking at the telly, and it had the same infomercial on loop, and it was like 2 minutes. And so I feel kind of brainwashed with these images that just kept reoccurring, and just kept finding myself looking at it. But other than that, it was yeah, it was good option.
Yeah, and just literally from our hotel down the road straight to the airport. And we're at the airport. I'm actually looking forward to going to Japan. Sad to leave South Korea, but Japan, here we come. I need the details of. We are super early, but I can't seem to get our boarding passes from the little kiosks, so we have to go to the counter. And going to Japan, I don't think you're allowed to bring any sort of over-counter medicines, allergy pills, paracetamols. I do have a doctor's note for my over-the-counter antihistamines, but everything else we've had to ditch because they're quite strict there. So to go through airside, it can only be 2 hours before your flight, so we're going to find some food landside and then head over. Come here. So we've gone for the pork cutlets, and they're about £7 each. They give you a massive portion of cut pork and a very tiny bit of rice.
Protein to carb ratio is kind of insane. I'm not complaining. Maybe I could have done with a bit more rice, but okay, it's more than I thought it would be.
And we have loads of cash to splash we can't bother to convert it, so.
So I was not expecting this. That's a crazy amount of pork cutlet. That's like 4 times as much pork cutlet as rice. I'm not going to complain. I don't know, how much did that come to?
£7.50 each. And we had loads of, I'm eating with my mouth full, and loads of cash for that.
Okay, while Sarah finishes eating, I'll wrap this up. I think that came to about £7 each, and I think that's pretty reasonable for an airport meal. I haven't eaten any yet. Is that any good? Okay, let's try it. Jeju Airport is full of surprises, and this meal is really, really good. And I think it was super reasonable. The curry is fruity and mild. The mayonnaise on the really crunchy lettuce is like a burger sauce. It's mild as well. The rice is that fat, sticky rice. It's great. Some fresh pickles to go with it. They really complement the curry. And a slightly vinegary miso soup. Yeah, I think this was really, really good. I am truly surprised. Jeju Airport, I love you, and I did need this. I was really hungry.
It's like a soy sauce type soup, isn't it?
As I wait for Sarah to get that tax refund on the most expensive bag in the world, and that's still a bit of a wound, especially as Jace did say, we probably could have bought it from half the price from a different wall if we'd gone with him. But anyway, you live and you learn. How much refund did we get? How much refund did we get?
We get 6,000, which is about £3 refund on my.
We still paid an exorbitant amount of money for that bag.
I know.
But anyway, I thought I'd do a quick South Korea review.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go first.
Oh, no, let me go first.
Okay.
Okay, because he always gets it in first, and then I end up not knowing what to say. I think South Korea, what's really, really good is their travel is super cheap to get around. Their sightseeing, apart from the submarine, was actually really, really cheap as well. The entrance to the palaces were about £2. And the food was really yummy, and I like the little hot plates, so every mouthful was hot. However, the food and drink here is very expensive.
You can tell that Sarah does the budgets, and thrift is on her mind. I'm going to say that I thought that the sites, the temples, were absolutely amazing. You could spend days and days and days in those. Korea has such a rich cultural heritage, and like Sarah said, it's really cheap to get into. It would have cost 10 times the price if you were in London. I think the food was great. I really enjoyed going to the Korean barbecue with Jace, and it was amazing having Jace here as well, because we got to see so much more of Seoul. We went to see a few different areas that we definitely wouldn't have got to have seen. I think it was great to have the contrast between Seoul, the capital, and then going to Jeju Island, where we got to see a little bit. So the flip side, the mountainous forests and
I planned it that way.
yeah, I mean, I was kind of suffering this whole leg of the trip, so we kept it local. And I think, like all of our stops everywhere, we just scratched the surface. There's so much more to do in South Korea, but I think it's an absolutely amazing place, and it's not a leaf blower. You gotta love it.
I've been getting away with it for far too long, but here they stopped me in terms of having more than 100ml containers, and it was my expensive cream, but lucky Organised Me had 2 empty containers just in case it happened. And yeah, the guy was actually very helpful. He was helping me squeeze the cream out, and yeah, we all got it sorted.
So they seem to be on it with just checking everything, and look what I've seen just behind us. So they've got weighing scales here for your luggage, and mine's the light one, and it's 10.5 kilos.
Wish us luck.
I'm feeling proud of myself, and I have rewarded myself with Teasel Tasty Tea Blend. What a name, bit of a tease. Anyway, why am I feeling proud of myself? And it's because in South Korea I confronted 2 of my phobias, the first of which was I got in that submarine. And yeah, I was quite nervous and it was disappointing, but the bigger picture, I feel like I grew as a person. But also, as was just demonstrated a few moments ago, I have no fear of using a public lavatory ever. Like, I'm straight in there. I'm like, yeah, whatever it's like, however busy, if there's a queue, you know, there'll be people waiting, whatever. I'm like, yeah, cool. So, South Korea, I feel like I've grown. Teasel, it's really good actually.
Bye South Korea, and hello Japan soon. I'm actually really excited to go to Japan. Everyone says Japan's going to be amazing, you're going to love it. So yeah, fingers crossed.